case here. We're going to be doing a smile reveal here in just a few minutes. I just wanted to give you guys a little more background. Let me see if I can. There we go. Yeah, it's a little better. So this is a awesome patient. Came along from Alaska. We have him. Let's see here. Set up. Let's get the right patient. Okay, yeah, so here we are, our patient from Alaska, really great guy, really excited to be able to show him his new smile. Always really struggled with bad teeth. Saw all my YouTube videos and just really wanted to, you can just see this is some of the plaque that has developed over the years. He's a smoker also. Stopped smoking a few months ago. Really happy that he chose to do that. His CT here. So this is his final case here with the implants in. Looks great. We elected to do 6 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 45-degree angle here. Plenty of room, 30 degrees. Great, great spread. Very, very happy with that. You guys ready to go? Yeah, that's it. Yep.
How does it fit on it?
Now it just needs the things. We have to find the.
So what's this goes on top of it?
Are you guys ready to go live? Once you have both of them in there, come grab me. Just keep the mask on. So I'll also pull up his other CT here so you can kind of see what he looked like originally. Oh, this is a video of him. I'll show you real quick. I think it's kind of interesting to kind of see what he looked like. This was actually just the day before the surgery. I asked a series of questions, and just watching him talk, you can see how he has a lot of tension up here, really trying hard to hide. He's kind of trained himself, never felt real confident. What you also notice is that when he's talking, you don't see a lot of you don't see a lot of upper teeth, but you see a little bit of lower teeth. Super, super nice guy. Can't tell you how much I like him. But we see this quite a bit. These videos are helpful because I can stop a frame and look at it really closely. And, you can look at side profiles here too. A little deficient on his maxillary. But, and for the doctors that want to see the CT beforehand, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Let's see here. Okay, so while that's pulling up here, I'm just going to show you guys back to this. This is the cool picture. So this is the smile that I designed for him. So again, this is how he came in. And this is the smile that he's going to get today. You'll notice some things here I think are kind of interesting. I look for the stuff that's outside the norm, and if we come to his, if I look here, this is kind of some guides to help me get an idea of what looks good in a patient with his presentation. And so you can kind of see this is just his front 2 teeth, space-wise. I didn't use it completely. I like the front 2, but to move back, his arch is just too narrow. But I did drop his, if we look here, so lip line, this is what I wanted to show you here. You guys ready?
I want to wait for her to get over here.
Okay. So we're just waiting for the family to get over here, so I thought I'd just go live. So this is what I want to show you. So if I go away from this, if you just look at his lip here, right? That's basically how his lip pulls. He shows more down here, and a lot of it can be just because patients have tried to hide their teeth for so long that there's asymmetry. But in a normal patient, this has normal muscles, they're going to pull, and you're going to see this more symmetrical. You're going to have a window that's symmetrical. See, this side is more closed, and this is more open, and there's a droop here. That's typically when you have a deficient maxilla. And so by pushing the teeth out a little bit, it would help with that overall window to the teeth. And let's bring the person back here. There's Chris. So I'm excited. I'm super excited to be able to show this case. So let me show you again what he looked like before. So if we come back, we take out this, that's what he looked like. And then let's come back so we can actually see his teeth. And we'll hide that. If we come in here, 1 second. So now you can kind of see, this is what his teeth were before. So cross bite, had a really bad bite. So I think that you look here from a side profile, mandibular jaw much further out than the upper. That's why you see that depression in that smile window. But it's surprising that people can eat despite having so little teeth in contact and everything. But so we went from that to this design here. You can see how I'm pushing out these teeth. See from here to there. That's going to actually give him some lip support that he didn't have. The lowers because he's showing more, and those and those bottom teeth have super erupted or moved up more. You can see that I actually, if I hide the top and I overlay what the new ones look like, you can see that I actually decreased the incisal edge, so it's lower. So it's actually be back and down. So again, we're changing distribution. So when he's talking, smiling, things like that, he's going to show less teeth on the lower and more teeth in the upper. We really just want to support the face, and the face is where I think he's deficient. If we go back, let me just show you some other pictures. We always do this with all of our patients. We do a workup. Let's see here. Okay, so here would be his profile picture, right? So, if you look here, that's lower jaw's out more, and, a little extra lip support here I think would look really nice. And so that's one of the goals I had, is to give him a little more lip support. And again, his high smile here. That's really hard for him to do. It was really, really challenging for him to do that. Midline is off, and then, teeth are out. A lot of things, it's hard to say just one thing, but essentially, if this is a retractive view to see even more kind of what happens with some of the, when bacteria gets in there. And this is not someone that didn't care about his teeth. It's just at times life is hard, and what's that? Okay, I heard someone come at the ring door, so. Okay, go ahead and bring him in there. Just keep the mask on. I'll start talking to him. I'm about ready. So again, these pictures are helpful because you can see the staining. The staining oftentimes leads to this recession, and then bacteria gets in there. I think it's really sad what people begin to have to live with, and it's surgery. So once we do surgery, we take, and let me just show you what I'm only putting it down because I need 2 hands to be able to get the right screen open here. Okay, so this is like, this was yesterday at surgery, and this is the scan we took, so you can kind of see where the implants are poking up. This is the top, just the abutments, but you can kind of see that. And then his original teeth are right. Sorry about that. Let me show you. This is Dr. H ADD just going live, so I apologize. But for the people that this is interesting, I think for a lot of people. So this is his natural teeth before we took him out. You can kind of see that lines up with the picture I was just showing you, right? See the big recession, and there's generalized periodontitis everywhere. You can see when you have lots of recession, like look at this tooth right here. See how actually the root's sticking out right into the inside of the mouth. And so, but again, we're about ready to show you. The patient has not seen his new smile. We're really, really excited to show him. We're just waiting for his girlfriend to get here. And again, let's show a picture of what it looks like right now. So that's what the design looked like there. Okay, and take that away. We can show you what it was originally. Okay, and I printed a couple different sets of temps. I'm going to show you one of the sets right here. This is the first version I did. You can kind of see. Let me get you in a better light here. You ready for them? Ready? Let me just show you here. So this is one of the temps that we printed. And it was part of my process of getting it to where I think it needs to be. It's lower. So essentially he has a version that's very close to this in his mouth. But that's what you're looking at there. So if we come back to this picture here, this is what you see. This is once it goes from digital version into, pretty cool. So, all right, for those who have hung on long enough, I'm gonna go and let's talk to the patient. Hello. So glad you made it. Are you ready for this?
I'm not sure.
Come on in, take a seat.
They won't let me see my face.
I know, isn't that mean? Yeah, go ahead.
On just cell or Wi-Fi?
No, you're just gonna the camera.
But I haven't seen it yet.
Remember, you already had the settings.
We have to do.
He hasn't seen it. So this is the upgraded experience to get to see the smile, and so we make a theatrical awesomeness out of this. So what I mean, actually, everybody gets teeth here with me. We actually always let we bring family in. It's a matter of if we record it or not, or share it on YouTube or something. But I'm really, really grateful. I was actually just walking through the case. I'm in the back, kind of showing the surgery, the pano. It's really cool. You haven't seen that either, have you? Oh no, I did show it to you yesterday. The X-ray, the implants, right? You didn't see them? I dreamed it then. Okay. Will you print those? Will you just print the X-ray, the pano of his teeth? We'll show it here too. But okay, so I've been dying to ask you a question all day, but I always refrain, and that is, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at as far as pain? 10 being the worst pain, 1 being no pain or 0 pain.
Well, actually, this morning, last night was, 3 or 4, whereas before it was like a 1 or 2.
So day 1 was a 1 or 2. Last night got to a 3 or 4.
Yeah.
What about right now?
3.
3. Okay, I can take that. I appreciate that. That's a little bit of pain, but
Not
would
really
you
pain, I'd call it just discomfort.
maybe a little sore, just sore?
Just,
Having teeth in there, putting a little bit of pressure when you put the teeth in, they typically are going to push the gums a little bit, and that's probably what you're feeling a little bit, and that's good.
maybe pain isn't the best word, but discomfort.
But most people just can't believe that,
Yeah.
that out of,
can't
taking all the
believe
teeth out.
I'm not just like falling out to here and
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
cotton.
Have you had to take any other medication besides ibuprofen and Tylenol?
I took one of those.
Just one?
Just sleep purposes.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah. I don't like that medication. That's why I say ibuprofen and Tylenol are the 2 best drugs.
Yeah.
And then we give you the steroid. And but you're doing great. Keep up the good work. And thank you for taking good care of him. So, well, all right. Are you guys ready to see the smile?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it off, and I want you to show her and give her a nice big smile.
Wow, look at that. Smile
I
again.
still can't talk normal with them yet.
That is doing great.
But these are just the temporary.
Yeah, but this is the first time I saw most of your teeth.
What do you think? Do you like them?
Yeah, yeah. Can I have one of those?
You want one of those too? All right. Well, go ahead and put your mask back on. So I'll take off the screen here.
Is that
Um,
nice looks with the permanent one?
Nope. These are just temporaries.
Yeah, but
The
it's just
the
the same.
permanent ones will actually be a little bit different once he heals up
But different good way.
Oh,
in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me take that thing off.
Okay.
Okay. When you're ready, go ahead and lean forward and go take a look at your smile for the first time.
Wow.
smile, Chris. It looks so nice.
I'm not
Did
used
you?
to smiling that way. It just feels so weird. My smile always been.
I know.
Gee, wow, look at that. Awesome.
You like those?
Thank you.
Good. Good.
It looks so good.
Looks way better than that.
I'm excited for you to experience these. Megan, do you want to just take off the white?
What's up?
Take off the. That shows the other side. So sometimes a mirror shows you one thing. Oh, hold on. Don't the picture. There you go.
Oh, not that one.
Not that one.
This one.
Yeah,
Is it
just the
white?
white.
Oh, just the white. Yes, yes, yes.
So side by sides, I think sometimes are kind of cool. Yeah, I love it. I think they look great.
Boy, I like my hat better. I'm not very photogenic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think at least we're down the field and we're maybe within scoring a touchdown, maybe 5-10 yards. Meaning that you asked a question about the finals. Will they be like this? The finals will be this and so much more because this is a temporary material. They look good, but the finals look exceptionally more real. They'll have ceramic material that gives it more life and it gives it more vitality. It'll kind of and you'll notice is right now you're like, wow, it looks great because it's different.
Right.
And I'm happy with them given the restraints we have with materials. Once we get healed up, then we'll have a conversation and say, is there anything that you want to change? Right? Is there anything that's kind of that you let's say there's a tooth, it's like, hey, you know what, this one tooth, would you flatten that a little bit? Yeah, let's make it flat. What do you think of that? Some people come back and like, hey, I love these, just give me something that I can chew and eat with that's not going to break. And I'm like, okay, we just make them right into the finals too. So these gums are lighter than the finals will be too, just so you know. They just have a lighter look to them. We don't have a lot of options in the gums, but the biggest thing, like Valentina went through today, is just making sure that you take good care of the things you can do. There's 2 things you have control of, okay? Number 1, diet. So just make sure you stay on a soft diet. Don't eat anything that you have to tear and cut. So any action where you bite down and have to tear off to the side, it's a scissor action that can cause the implants to be overloaded and cause problems. Second thing is your hygiene. And that comes down to the text that we're going to send you. You're going to have a water pick. Water pick is like a power washer in the mouth. Power washer goes in between the implants, not actually on the side. Okay, this is a big thing that people get confused. You don't use the water pick for everything. The water pick is used to get underneath things that you can't see. So on the side of and in between the implants, that's what's going to push anything that's getting in there out. The spin brush is what you're going to use to actually brush the teeth and the margin right up to where the gums are. And I'm totally fine with you touching the gums. Okay, if they start to bleed, just back off a little bit. You don't want to push too hard, but that margin you want to keep clean. If you start to see metal, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. You're just seeing the abutment, not the implant, and you just want to keep that metal looking nice and shiny. Okay. At the end of the day, when I see you back in a few months, I want to see gums that are nice and pink. If you didn't do a really good job cleaning, they'd come back and they'd be red and purple, and And then we wouldn't be able to take final impressions. We'd have to reschedule that because the gums would need to heal up a little more, okay? So most of the time people do great, but every once in a while we have someone comes back and like, we're gonna have to wait on you. It's like taking a picture of something moving too fast. You can't get a good clear picture. We're getting the location of the gums with relation to the implants, and if they're swollen, then it's like a fake, right? It's a fake picture in a sense. So just do a great job. There's one other thing I ask you to use, and that's a bridge floss. It's the most important one, and the reason why is because bridge floss is like a fail-safe. If you're not a great water picker, or you don't water pick, like some people water pick every day and they do a horrible job. But bridge floss, you only have to do once, maybe twice a week, and it's the fail-safe. If you find that you're bleeding, that means there's food getting in there, and you need to do a little bit more with the water pick. Okay. If you're consistently being able to floss in between, and when you floss, what you're doing is basically you'll know you have 5 implants on the back. You're going to just basically enter in behind the implant and then floss backwards, and then you go in front of the implant. You're going to push it through, catch it with your tongue, and you're going to floss forward, back and forth. You're going to find this implant, then you pull it out. You're going to put it on the other side, push it through, and floss over until you hit the next implant. Then you can pull it through, and you take it out, put it on the other side of the implant, and then you go. Does that make sense? That sequence, and what you're doing is basically you're massaging the tissue, and you're removing any plaque bacteria that gets inside there. Expect the distance to change. Meaning, right now they're pretty close to the gums, right? In 2 or 3 months, you notice that what's going to happen is there's going to be more space that develops. That's because the gums are healing and laying flatter on the bone. So like right now, it's going to be easier to clean. We'll have less food getting there now than in like 2.5, 3 months. Why? Because the gap gets bigger. But that's the whole reason why I like to do 2 devices, is because it gives your time for the bone to heal and the gums to heal, and then we come back and we re-scan the mouth, new calculations, and then we build to that new healed topography. And a lot of people are big in this, smile in 24 hours. It's not that you can't make teeth in 24 hours. You can do it. Not a huge fan of it. But my biggest reason for it is because after 4 months, 5 months, typically patients are going to get a lot of food underneath their bridges. And that's forever. That's forever. Like so to me, that's why I err away from that, or I don't do that without having a plan to actually fix that in 4 or 6 months. So, questions?
No, it's just gonna send me all the stuff
Links.
that I need to be using, and imagine YouTube probably has tutorials if I need
Betcha.
how to use bridge floss.
I actually have a couple of videos where take that out. That's really loud. I can't. Here. Sorry, our radios are going off here. So I'll actually send you a link that shows. It's a video that I don't even have on YouTube yet. I've been meaning to put it on there, but I'll send you a link to it. It's unedited. You might hear me say a bad word here or there. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, son of a. You have the audio on, you don't think you have it on. I made this video actually in Hawaii. I went there for my birthday, and what I do on my birthday, made a hygiene video. It sounds like a good idea. But anyways, it's great, and I talk about all those things, and I'll send it to you. You'll be the first patient that's even seen it. So I promise you I'll send it to you right away. Just know that it's unedited. But it's a good video. It's just I go through all the different types of ways to clean. That's your x-rays there. So
There's my baby.
yeah. I was feeling for that, trying to see if I could feel it, and I couldn't feel it, but it really turned out well, getting those extra implants in, really stabilizing it. You have a really nice spread from front to back, more so than I would say 80% of my practice has less of a spread than you. So that's unique because I really took advantage of it, got a really 45-degree angle implant back there, which is awesome. Your sinuses, we didn't get involved in either of them. It turned out beautiful. So, okay, questions? You can keep that if you like. I don't know, that green line, I don't know what's there. Just ignore that line, so. But, do you have questions?
Do you want to go through this?
Yeah. I think Valentina did already.
Okay.
So, okay.
Just a 911 call.
Thank you.
Oh, 911 call. Okay, this is the one thing I tell people is, in order for something to heal, it has to be static. It means it can't move. So the only thing that is like you need to jump on a plane and get to me sooner is if you start to feel that device moving. happens rarely, like talking a couple times a year with all my patients, because we've checked the bite pretty well. But let's say you're grinding and you're hitting just in one area because you do something crazy awesome at night, or your jaw's in some weird position. That asymmetric vibration can cause the device, the screw under one of those implants, to just jiggle loose. It'd be one screw loose first, and then a second one. By the time you get the third one, now you can actually start to feel it. That's when you just say, "Hey, doc, my device is loose," and then all we have to do is just tighten up very quickly. If you didn't do anything and the device continues to get loose, the implants would fail. It happens very rarely, and that's why I say if you're on a soft diet and you're careful, highly unlikely this to happen. But if it does, just know that it's a 911 call. It's a heart attack. You don't schedule heart attacks. You go into the hospital and deal with them, right? And so I don't want this to happen, but just know it's a known risk that can happen, and that you don't schedule it. Just literally jump on a plane. We'll fit you in. I'll meet you in here no matter what. Okay. All right. Do you have questions?
I don't know if it's relevant or not.
It's always relevant.
A challenge, but my alter ego is I'm in a rock band.
Mm-hmm.
I play drums and sing, and I'm just not sure
Yes, I love that. That's
how
good.
I'll be able to. If it's gonna happen or not.
I understand. So, the two things that will help you a ton. The more you talk, the better. If you're more of a quiet guy, so you're gonna have to open up. You're a handsome guy with gorgeous teeth, and I gotta tell her. I want everyone at the airport, Salt Lake Airport, to know you. But so one thing is just talking. Practice is awesome. Second thing, mirror. In the mirror, you're gonna sit there. You ever seen the video? Gosh dang it, people like me. You know what I'm talking about? The old, Simmons. What's the Simmons name? But essentially, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna look in the mirror, and there's not really one any, but you're just gonna be like A, B, C, D, F, and when you hit a word, or you're talking to yourself, and you notice you can't say a word right, you're gonna practice that word, but you're gonna watch yourself do it. It gives more feedback to what's happening with your tongue, what's happening with your lips. So when you kind of figure it out, if you're trying to expedite the process, actually, in front of a mirror, just talking, reading a book or something, watching yourself, it'll help. Okay. I don't know if any of my patients have ever took me up on this because it sounds weird, but it is true. It does help. But I'm not concerned. Give it 3 or 4, maybe 5 days. I think you're going to be, even when we were back there to now, you made huge improvements.
So I should keep using that antiseptic wash for how long?
Until you see me next.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah. At least once a day. I would say twice a day is more. In the morning after you brush your teeth, and water pick, you use it, and then you go to lunch. Wait till lunch. Don't do anything at lunch, but then right before you go to bed, do it one more time. Okay. Between now, like for the first week and a half, 2 weeks, you just use that syringe we gave you instead of a water pick. Okay. Then after about a week and a half, 2 weeks, you start to introduce the water pick, and put in the lowest setting. Once you do it at the lowest setting, if it hurts, then that means you need a little more time before you use it. Right? The water pick shouldn't hurt. It might feel a little bit sensitive, but that's different than pain. If you notice pain, that means back off a little bit. Just use the syringe but usually for sure by 2.5, 3 weeks, you should be to a point where you should start to use the water pick and the floss, and the spin brush you can use tonight. So the spin brush for sure you could use. You could pick one up at Target, Walmart, Amazon, and that link has actual examples that I use in my family. I don't get paid for these. I don't have an endorsement. I just like them, and so probably should. But other questions?
I can think of.
Okay. Well, I'm very, very happy. Do you feel like you think that the surgery was harder than you expected?
No, I don't remember a thing about it.
And that's the best part, right? Look at that. That looks so good. Like that was a natural. Finally, that was a natural smile. That was him not thinking about it.
I barely remembered anything till I was already in the hotel room, actually. I vaguely remember the wheelchair ride. Didn't you take me over in a wheelchair?
Yeah, we did. Did you stop it? No, good. Let me see real quick in case someone go and bite down. Smile really big. Yeah, that's awesome. Looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna end this video here.